Aftermath of that severe storm that moved through Wisconsin. Take a look at this video right here of a tornado forming over Mayville in Dodge County. So this was one of the hardest hit areas. You can see this funnel cloud in the sky causing a scary sight for residents as that storm damaged the surrounding areas. And here's drone footage from Juneau, a whole neighborhood completely damaged by that storm, debris thrown everywhere and trees completely uprooted from the ground. So we have live team coverage in Dodge County this afternoon. Our Miriam McCarr speaking with residents who are now picking up the pieces. Harm Van Heisen is live in Dodge County near the farm where he was raised. He's covering the damage in that area. And our meteorologist Brendan Johnson is live in the Storm Chaser with details on yesterday's storm. So that's where we begin this afternoon with Storm Team 4 now. And Brendan, that storm caused significant damage to the area. And now that cleanup process continues, but there's also another chance for storms for later on tonight.
Yeah, all things that we're monitoring closely. Adriana, good afternoon to you. The cleanup here continues in Juneau. Significant damage, tree limbs, power lines, as you see just behind me. Crews have been working on this all morning and early afternoon long. And the good news is a lot of the power has been restored, though we're still working on a few things, as you can see here behind me. We are just coming to you outside the Clearview Nursing Home, which just behind this facility has suffered a lot of damage. We've had some significant roof damage in and around Juneau, and as you saw in that drone video, entire sections of roofs missing, and of course a lot of tree damage as well. You can also see we've got quite a bit of wind behind the storms that rolled through yesterday. I do want to get us over to the computer graphics. We've got the Storm Chaser here in Juneau, but as we back out the map here, as evidenced by that hat flying off of my head, we have got quite the active wind field as this area of low pressure moves in from Minnesota and into Wisconsin. We have really picked up the wind speeds here over the last several hours. That has sent temperatures into the upper 70s and lower 80s very quickly, and we have got sustained winds between 20 to 25 miles per hour, and we have been clocking gusts so far today between 25 and 35 miles per hour. We will talk to you a little bit more about this chance for a few scattered showers, couple rumbles of thunder, nowhere near the strength of yesterday's storms, but I'm watching out for a little bit of some hail. Details on that coming up in just a bit. Adriana?
Yeah, hold on to your hat, and you could really hear how windy it is in that area. Thank you, Brendan. And that storm causing power outages across the state. As of right now, Alliant Energy, which covers Dodge County, is reporting just under about 600 customers are affected at this time. As for We Energies, they are reporting almost 7,000 customers are without power this afternoon. And Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers surveying the damage this morning. Our crews caught him walking around and looking at that destruction in Dodge County. So Mayville, once again, was one of the hardest hit areas from the storm. The intense winds and rains brought down trees and power lines. It also destroyed some homes and businesses in the area. And now residents this afternoon are working to clean up the debris. So let's bring in our Miriam McCarr, who has been talking with residents in Mayville who say they are shocked and saddened by the damage left behind.
Adriana, it's not hard to see the properties and the areas that was directly in this storm's path. This structure behind me that used to fully cover this farming equipment is now totally on the ground. Take a look at just what you can see here. We see garage doors, we see pieces of wood, nails sticking out, equipment all across the property here, and that farming equipment that it used to be covering now completely destroyed. And that damage extends to this other piece of equipment here that's now been tipped to its side. And this wasn't the only area that was in the storm's path. Just across the road, the home that actually owns this property was also very badly damaged. It's further than where we're standing now, so take a look at this drone footage that we captured. You can see debris and equipment that extends well into the field and into the farmland behind that family home. The couple who owns the house tells me that they were here last night, but thankfully no one was injured. They say that this home has been in the family for 30 years. All of their children grew up here, so of course seeing it in pieces is emotional. If you take a look at where we're standing right now, there are still family members and there are friends that have been working all morning. It's going to continue well into the day, I'm sure well into the weekend here, cleaning up what has been left behind. It's going to take some time before things come back to normal here in Mayville, but everyone I spoke to says they'll be working together to clean up the pieces. Adriana?
Yeah, we have already seen the community really band together to help one another up to get them through this difficult time. Thank you so much, Miriam.
We're here in Mayville, where the Mayville Engineering Company and Gleason, this building right here, took the main brunt of this likely tornado that came through here in the afternoon hours. You can see the cinder block walls just tossed around like they're pebbles across the parking lot and the street. In fact, the roof from this building is a block away or so in the parking lot next door. You can see just pieces of, here's this sign, 4th Street. We're here at 4th Street and Clark, just all over the place. And we just talked to the folks inside this building, where you can see the cinder block wall came down completely. There were people working inside during the tornado. Everybody's okay.
Yep, we had people here last night running production. Everyone was safe. Everyone was able to follow our safety protocols for our evacuation and got shelter, and everyone went home.
As you can see, folks are here taking pictures, surveying the damage. There are people that live here in town. They tell me that the damage is spotty throughout the area, but they're very surprised to see the extent of it. What's your reaction to what you see?
Oh, it's just words can't explain. Depressing to me to know that they got all this cleanup to do now. It depresses me.
The mayor of the city of Mayville believes the tornado moved in a northeast direction, coming first through that industrial area that we showed you, and then through a golf course and onto Main Street, where you can see several trees are down on top of homes there. He says if it went through the center of town, things could have been much worse.
We're pretty fortunate that it didn't actually go through the middle of town, because I think we'd be talking about something totally different today.
The mayor tells me, thankfully, nobody was seriously injured in all of this, but now the cleanup begins here in Mayville. Reporting in Mayville, Tom Durian, TMJ4 News.
Yeah, thankfully everyone was okay there in Mayville, but we want to bring in Harm Van Huysen, who is live in Juneau for us this afternoon, just south of Mayville. And Harm, this is an area you know pretty well because you grew up not too far from there. So what's the extent of damage that you're seeing in that area?
Yeah, I just grew up a couple miles down the road here, and driving in this morning, I've seen power lines down everywhere, roads blocked off. Pretty tough to get through on some of the main highways. We're here just outside of Juneau, where some of the worst damage took place in last night's storms. Across the road, there's a farm that lost a silo. I'm here at the Teamy household. I talked to Brett Teamy today, who's helping his mom clean up some of the damage. They said last night they had cows from that neighbor's farm in their yard. They also, as you can see, have plenty of downed trees. Friends and family out today helping to take care of those. Those trees just missed the house, and Brett tells me he thinks they actually helped save the house from some pretty serious damage. I want you to take a listen to some of what Brett told me about the damage from this storm.
You can see the barn is completely gone. There was the power line that was attached to the barn that got snapped. The power pole is still connected. I guess the one thing I looked at is that was my grandpa's tractor. It's still here. It's still, bent muffler, but it survived. So I guess while we can replace the physical damage and we can't replace our loved ones. So I'm just happy that my mom is safe and that everybody else is safe here.
Brett tells me his mom weathered out last night's storm in her basement, came up to find this. Now, those friends and family helping to take down the trees, clean up a shed that blew over in that storm. But the big thing, like Brett said, everybody here is okay. In Juneau, Harm Van Huysen, TMJ4 News.
Yeah, I'm sure that sound of chainsaws is something that residents will hear throughout the day there in Juneau. Thank you so much, Harm. And Thursday's storm is just a reminder of how quickly severe weather can strike. So for the latest information, download the TMJ4 News app. It's free to download in the App Store, and you can stay up to date to the latest weather conditions. And thank you to all our incredible viewers who shared all of these images and information with us. You have been talking with us and helping us share information with your neighbors as well. If you have been impacted by this storm, let's talk. Reach out to us on social media or by the email address you see right there on your screen.